Peterson here. I know it's been a minute since you've seen me live. um, I am still recovering from the stroke, but I am doing a lot better since you last saw me. I was able to walk about a mile and a half to an in-person voting location. I voted in person, and now I'm on my way back to where I need to go. So when everything is said and done today, I will be walking about, I would have done about 3 miles of walking today. Um, Today was a very important day for me on so many levels. Um, I've never missed voting in person since I've been able to vote since I was 18 years old. Voting is very important for me. Hey Lorenzo, how you doing, man? Voting is very important to me for so many reasons, but even now, voting is more important. Never in my life would I thought that I would have heard of people being killed in Southern California. But that is exactly what has happened in California. Earlier this year, people were hung from trees across the street from City Hall in Palmdale. Those people that were killed, for whatever reason, more than likely for the color of their skin, because they're black like me, they can't vote. Too many people are disenfranchised from voting right now at this moment in this country in 2020. Me, all I had to do was get up, take a shower, put on a shirt, walk a mile and a half to an in-voting location, grab my cane, stick a piece of paper in a computer, cast my ballot, get a nice little sticker. I can't hold it because my hand is messed up, and make a video about it. I vote in memory and in honor of those who are unable to vote because their lives were taken from them. That's how serious I take voting. Too many people have suffered and died for me to be able to vote, and I refuse to take the right for granted to sit around and say I can't vote. Yeah, I had a stroke. Yeah, I have issues with my vision. Yeah, it's difficult for me to get around. But I'm going to find a way to cast my ballot today. And I did. Somebody told me where there was a walk-in ballot, a walk-in location. I put on 2 masks. I carried plenty of hand sanitizer with me. And I went and I cast my ballot because it is that important. Because too many people have died because it was important for them. And I want to encourage you, whatever your political feelings are, however you feel about the ballot measures, the people who are going to be on the county supervisor or your elected officials, wherever you live in this country, you must do what you need to do to vote. I wish I made this video earlier, but I was unable to. But I'm making it now. Also, I've received messages and emails from those of you. Trevino, by the way, thank you so much, sir. I saw your message to me. I saw it. Thank you so much. Yes, and that is exactly how I voted too. Yes, I did. I voted for President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. That's exactly what I did. And yes, I voted no on Proposition 22. And that's the main reason why I'm posting this video today. I've been watching the ads on Prop 22 for and against, and it sounds okay, Proposition 22, but this is what I understand about Proposition 22. They want to disenfranchise the drivers from the employment rights that are due to them and provided to them by the state, by the government. The government said that if a company wants to use workers in the way that, quote unquote, let's don't call them rideshare, because it's not rideshare. They're app-based companies, and they want to leverage the drivers so that they can continue to make more money. And instead of treating the workers appropriately, they want to pass expenses of their business to the workers. And they want to say, hey, we want to hire you as an independent contractor. And we don't want to pay what we're supposed to pay, that every other business in this state is required to pay. What they want to do is they want to make sure they minimize their tax liability. The reason why they want us as drivers to be classified as independent contractors is because they're not worried about the state of California getting the money. They're worried about the Internal Revenue Service getting the money. Because there's this little document I read that gives guidance to companies when it comes to classifying workers, whether they're employees or independent contractors. And I wanted to make a proper video, but I just don't have, my mind isn't where it needs to be when I'm inside the shelter to produce the videos. So I need to be in a vehicle. I'm working on buying a car so I can make these videos the right way. But there is a document, a PDF that is published by the Internal Revenue Service that gives companies guidance on how to properly classify workers, whether they are to be classified as independent contractors or employees. If the app companies are mandated by the state of California to classify their workers as employees, their tax liability to the state of California will be a drop in the bucket compared to what they will owe the Internal Revenue Service. A bloodbath will be merciful. It truly will be. And that's just for the state of California. And if Proposition 22 or if AB 5, which is now state law, this becomes a national thing and it starts gaining traction in other states in the country, specifically AB 5, Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, and all these other app-based companies, that is the existential threat to those companies. That's a fact. When I think of Proposition 22, I think of the movie Elysium. The rich, wealthy, elite, the trillionaires, because we're on our way to having a few right now. They have the ability to put a habitat in orbit, and they'll be flying Ubers from their habitat down to this planet that has been decimated. by the lack of resources. If you check out Elysium, you'll see a very familiar company in that film. And isn't it so ironic? But I see Prop 22 as the beginning of Elysium becoming a reality. It ain't that crazy, folk. It really isn't. So I'm like, when Uber and Lyft and all these companies have successfully pushed the basic transportation company out of business. You know how many businesses went out of business because of Uber and Lyft? How many businesses cannot survive because of Uber and Lyft? Because they have successfully pushed the rate of transportation that the customer expects to pay. They pushed it so low that it's not possible for a real independent contractor to even start this business anymore, because the expectation of the customer has changed. Now they expect a BMW to be cheap, and for the driver, the owner of that car, to find a way to make it happen. Businesses that have been doing this for years, they can't do this business anymore because the cost is too high and the revenue is too low. The cost of entry is too high. It's really shameful. And now Uber and Lyft want to put out commercials with the very drivers that they are disenfranchising, saying, hey, I want to remain a Uber independent contractor. Oh yeah, I like being able to set my own schedule and wear my own clothes and turn the app on and off when I want. And I'm earning less than minimum wage. And I'm wearing out a car. I'm putting 5 years. I'm putting 5 years of wear on a car in 6 months. Because I already have a job. I already have benefits. I just want to make a little bit of extra money so I can make ends meet. That's all. And you know, the sad thing about it is, if this job isn't worth being a full-time worker for, that you can truly have a good life with this job, it's not worth, it shouldn't be worth make a couple $100 a week to help make ends meet. I don't want to be an employee like the next person. I don't. But the cost that Uber and Lyft are proposing is too high of a price to pay. And here's the other thing. You know, the state of California gave all of us fairly straightforward rules when it comes to employees, employers, and independent contractors. When the pandemic came, the state of California said, you know what? This is what we're going to do. Those people who were illegally classified as independent contractors, we're going to help them anyway. We're going to give them a way to take advantage of the benefits that are there for people who were properly and legally classified as employees. The reason why I'm able to make this video to you right now is because our legislatures in the state of California, they saw fit that I have benefits so that I survive and I can get my life together so I can get back to work and become a contributing member of society once again. So for me to turn around and disregard that by saying, oh, it's okay for multi-billion-dollar companies not to contribute what they're supposed to pay, I'm not doing that. So I voted no on Proposition 22. Because at the end of the day, Proposition 22 isn't right. They went and got Mothers Against Drunk Driving to endorse this proposition. And what they said was shameful. In so many words, what MAD said, Mothers Against Drunk Driving said was, hey, we need low-paid jobs to drive around the drunk people around so they can get home so they don't basically kill people on the roads. We need people who are willing to be paid less than what they're worth, than what they should be paid. So what they do is they use words like access to ride share. The driver, I'm supposed to be the one that's supposed to suffer so people can get so they can get in my car, vomit all over it, do what I need to do to get them home safely, and then not paid appropriately so I can continue to do what's necessary to take care of myself and the vehicle. Oh no, we need as many poor people as we can out there to serve us. Basically, a bunch of ants to be the drones, to run around and pick them up, and then to guilt us to be the drivers. You know, there's something called a taxi. There's something called the bus. There's something called walking. There's something called enjoy your alcohol at home and get drunk there. I think it's a great thing that the drivers, that the people who go to bars and whatnot, when they reopen, they do the responsible thing, and they do call for a driver to pick them up and take them home. That we definitely want that to be done. But to step on people in the process of doing that, it doesn't make it right, and it shouldn't be acceptable. If Uber and Lyft and DoorDash and all these companies that spent millions of dollars to get that proposition passed, if they think it's too expensive to do business in California, they probably shouldn't be. No, forget about the word. They shouldn't be in California. They shouldn't be here. You know, this state is expensive to be in. I know that firsthand. The weather is nice, it is, but it comes at a cost. The earthquakes are difficult to deal with, but it comes at a cost. The freeways are clogged, but it comes at a cost. So many people want to be here. It costs money to live in this country, much less in California. And things have to be paid for. Bottom line. And a lot of people and a lot of businesses have made the decision to leave California because it is expensive to be here. But at the end of the day, to say that it's okay to pay people less than what they're worth, to deny them benefits that our elected officials have ensured that we should get because we are legally entitled to them, because we are morally entitled to them. So I voted no on 22. Oh yes. I would go into the presidential thing a little bit more, but I'll save that for my other channel. This is specifically about a rideshare related message, and I wanted to share that with you. I also wanted to make a video related to specifically for the rideshare community. Those of you who have decided to remain with my channel through this time as I recover from my stroke, I again want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for hanging in there with me. This has been quite an adventure for me, quite a journey. I woke up today and I felt like a failure and a disappointment. I was very, very, very sad, very depressed because of what I'm dealing with right now. Thank you, Rideshare. I appreciate Rideshare Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that so much. And I seriously considered skipping the election this year. But I thought about the many things that are on the line today. And then I thought about the people who were killed this year. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do what I need to do to vote. I walked out the door to the shelter and they said, hey, you can go vote in person. It's just down the street. I'm like, I don't have to go to Staples Center? No, you don't have to go to Staples Center. And so I walked 1.5 miles to vote in person. They took my mail-in ballot. Thank goodness I had my mail-in ballot. They found my information. They took my mail-in ballot. I went to one of the voting machines and I voted. It's deserted over here. There's nobody here. It's amazing. Everything is set up. They gave me some gloves. I sanitized my hands. I wore my mask and I voted in person. I cast my vote. But before I sign off for today, I wanted to stress, for those of you who are in California and you haven't voted yet, you need to vote. You should vote. I'll say you should vote. You know, I had every reason in the world why I didn't have to vote. I had a stroke. My signature is gone because of my stroke. I'm in physical pain because of the walking. But I took my cane, I put my masks on my face, and I came down here. If you can see, if you can walk, if you have a car and you can go, you can vote. You should be able to vote. It's important. At least it's important to me, and I hope it's important to other people. To the rideshare community, I will tell you this. You have supported me in my darkest hour. It is because of the rideshare community that I'm able to vote, that I'm able to make this video. It is because of the rideshare community. Hey, Tristan. Hey, Tristan. It is because of the rideshare community that I'm able to come to you right now. And the least I could do is say hey to y'all, to let you know that I'm doing okay, that my vitamin deficiency issues are done, the brain is back. Those videos are going to start coming again. I'm working on getting a car so I can make my videos again. I won't be working for rideshare or delivery though. I won't be able to do that, but I do want to be an advocate for those who will continue to work for those services. whatever happens with Proposition 22 today. And I want to do what I can. Let's see. Hey there. God bless you. It's good seeing you, Peterson. May God continue to bless. Thank you so much. I didn't catch your name, but I was able to catch your message. And I want to thank you so much. And I will have to say that I am truly blessed to be here right now. Oh yes, absolutely. El Chapo, what's up, El Chapo? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hey, and Lisa, thank you so much. We gotta support each other, just like you all have supported me. I will be there to support you. I have to be there to support you. Yeah, I lost a few subscribers. It's okay. It's understandable, But at the end of the day, there are those of you who are here with me now, and that's what matters. Let me see. Anyone knows where there's action in LA? I have no idea if there's action in LA. I haven't been able to drive. I can tell you all that I am walking good without my cane. I was holding my cane the whole time. When I walked here and when I'm going to walk back to the shelter. So I didn't need my cane, but I kept it. I had it with me in case I needed it to stand. I was expecting to stand for about 2 to 3 hours, and I didn't have to do that. Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope y'all like the clean shaven look. I didn't get to do it today. I'm dealing with a major razor bump issue right now, so I'm letting the hairs grow out a little bit. I got this cream that's supposed to help with the razor bumps. It has tea tree oil in it, and it's supposed to help heal the skin. So, but I'm trying clean shaven now these days, and now that I'm looking at my face here, I see the family resemblance on all my relatives. Goodness, I see my grandfather and my grandmother on my mom's side. I don't see much of my dad's side, but anyway, look, this is supposed to be a rideshare video anyway. I just want to say, hey, I want to thank all of you. And let you all know that I'm doing okay, and the videos are going to start coming. I'm working on getting a car. I need a car, and what I'm working on, I want a Bolt. I want a Chevy Bolt. If I can't get a Bolt, then I'll have to settle for a Nissan Leaf. And if I can't get a Nissan Leaf, then I'll try to get the cleanest Prius I can find. I love my BMWs. I love my 7 Series. I truly do. It is still my favorite car in the whole wide world. But the reality is this. Global warming is real, and I have to do my part. And so that means the next vehicle I get, I would prefer it's a battery electric car. If it's not a battery electric vehicle, then it could be a hydrogen car, the Toyota Mirai. If it's not a Toyota Mirai, then I'll get a Toyota Prius. My budget is meager right now, so I have to watch out for that. But the reality is, hey, you know what? As much as I love that new Yukon XL, that is a bad. Oh my goodness, that truck is the truth, and that's before you look at the Escalade. But I saw that new 2021 Yukon XL, and I'm like, woo, that's the business right there. But I'm gonna tell you what I really like. They gonna make a lot of people happy with this. That new GMC Hummer. Oh, that's nice. So, and then the new Cadillac Lyric that's coming out. I don't like these new names though. The Lyric and the Celestique, I think they're calling it. Now we already know what the Celestique is going to look like, which is absolutely beautiful. I'm like, General Motors is going to finally put the what's the name of that car? It was one of their show cars, and they're gonna put it in production. And I got to get the name right because I just looked it up the other day. Oh my goodness, it's not the El Mirage, which I loved. They need to put the El Mirage in production too, and they need to keep that name El Mirage. But hey, they're going with this new thing with the Q's at the end. So, but what they calling it? Y'all know it was supposed to be the CT8, but the CT8 is not coming along anymore. So the Celestique it basically will be the Escala. That's what it was. Yes, that Cadillac Escala, the concept car that they had. I saw that Escala in person at the LA Auto Show, and I was so hoping General Motors will put that car in production. And they are putting it in production. It will be that car will be hand built, it will be electric, it will be $200,000 or more. But I'm telling you, it will be the Cadillac of Cadillacs. Oh, that car is gorgeous. I love it. I wish I could get one. Instead, I have to settle for a secondhand Bolt. But it's okay, because I like the Bolt. I think the Bolt is cool. When I was renting it from Maven, I loved everything about it. And I need to put those videos online too. But enough about that. That's for another video. Hey everybody, I want to thank you all so much for joining me on this live video. It means a lot that you gave me your time and your attention. And I will catch you on the next video. I look forward to your comments and your emails, and so I can get started on the next deal. But I'm getting the car, and when I get the car, the videos will resume. If I don't get the car, then I'm gonna get an office. One of the two. But we got to do this because we got to get back to work. Like Vanessa Williams says, I got work to do. All right, people. Well, actually the Isley brothers, but hey, I like the way Vanessa Williams worked it out. All right, people, y'all have a great day, and I will catch you on the next video. Take care.